Science research is a class where students are able to learn how to do science and be scientists. It really starts from the beginning of the process all the way to the end. Students start off by making observations and coming up with a question. They may notice something in the world, the environment, and society that they just want to know more about. They do a little bit of research, they make a research proposal, and then they go in and they actually develop a procedure to test out a hypothesis that they generate. They test it, they collect a lot of data, they then present that data and communicate it to the public audience.
The science research class is pretty unique in terms of the fact that students really drive the progression of their projects. They choose a topic that they would like to study at the beginning of the year, run through some trial and error, and ultimately end up changing the experiment quite a bit. The topics that the students chose for the projects this year, they range drastically. There are some that are looking at biology type projects, some that are looking at physics projects, some that are looking at human interaction, human behavior, and so it's hard to pinpoint exactly what they're doing.
One of the problems that students often run into, as you can see, is that testing everything and developing procedures to test their questions don't always work as expected. So often, even after they come up with a procedure or a test, they have to look at it, reflect, and then probably revise it to make sure they're collecting data that helps them answer their question that they come up with.
Some of the groups that actually decided to participate in local science competitions. These are the middle school level competitions of what is ultimately like the Broadcom or the national level competitions that have received a lot of notoriety in the high school.
One of the biggest or the most important things about science research is that when they come up with a question, there's some sort of reason that they're asking that question. There's a purpose behind it. It has a bigger meaning. Maybe it's a societal meaning where it could impact the environment, it could impact the health of the nation, it could impact people's performance. Sometimes science does just happen because there's a curious question that someone has and they want to know the answer. So we try to make sure the students are able to communicate why they have chosen a certain question and are researching something. It's a really important skill. This
is hopefully the beginning of an educational journey that is going to really pique an interest in science and keep them interested. The goal is to go into the science research program and to compete and to do well and compete at a high level.